Hi, you guys. This is Daily Inspirational in the Car. So, I'm going to be sharing with you um, some dreams that God gave me on last night. This is called They're Watching You Through the Bag. Now, before I get into these dreams, people are really watching you, or at least they're trying to find you. And so, when God switches you up, um, and He tell you to go from a public eye to hiding. He's doing that for a specific reason because people are watching you more than you think. And I'm going to bring my series back, More Eyes Than Reaction, as well, because this dream really ties in with this, how people watch you. But people are watching you through a bag, literally. There's hidden cameras somewhere and they're watching you. It can be through their glasses because a bag can be anything. It can be in the bag itself. It can be um, on their shirt, on a button. People are very, very crafty and they very, very sleek. So you don't know where the camera is. And this brought me back to the word the camera is in the button. Yeah, I remember that. Where this lady was watching me. She was trying to give me a blazer. And she knew that I love blazers. And she said, I know that you like blazers. So I'm going to give you some extra buttons just in case the button fall off the blazer. But the whole entire time there was a camera in the blazer. And I mean not in the blazer, in the button. And when I spreaded the buttons out, I saw something light up. And I had an open vision. I can't make this stuff. I had an open vision in the dream. And this lady was watching me on her TV. So not only is people are watching you, they got an obsession for you as well. I got another word brewing for that as well. But let's get into these dreams. So a person is changing clothes. This was the first layer of the dream. This is what I saw. It was a girl and it was two boys. And she had on, it was I'm trying to see, it was a jumpsuit, but it had like cartoon characters on it. It had Hey Arnold, it had the Rugrats. It was like the mixture of the 90s, I believe. It was something to that nature. Pretty cool outfit. But she changed, y'all gonna have to catch this spiritually. She changed from the cartoon characters in the 90s, and it had MTV. MTV came out in the early 2000s, I believe. So it's like she went from one year to the next, one year to the next. But it was like with sitcoms. Lord have mercy, this stuff was crazy. So I said, why is this girl changing clothes like this? But she was changing it with the year. So then she had put on something along with the boy. It was something in 2015, 2016. And she was literally weighing the year 2015, 2016. So I was like, okay, God, what does all of this mean? It was the 90s and then it was the early 2000s and then it was 2015, 2016. So the Lord began to speak and say, people are going to change clothes on you. And someone has changed clothes on you during those era of times and you didn't know. And because you didn't know, again, God is bringing everything to the forefront with your dream life. And if you're not paying attention to what people are doing to you in the years that they are doing it to you in, you're never going to learn your lesson. I'm going to go spiritually. Now, when people are coming, bothering you for whatever reason, and you say, oh, I met this person in 2022. Yeah, I met this other person in 2024. I met this person in 2020. In each year, you're going to meet a season of people. Some of those people are going to stick. Some of them going to fall off. Some of them going to fall off and come back. Some of them going to be with you for a lifetime. It depends on the connection. However, if you have not learned your lesson, God's going to bring those same people around in a different year to see, have you learned your lesson. So people are changing clothes. And as they're changing clothes, they're changing years. As they're changing years, they're changing faces. As they're changing faces, they're changing seasons. As they're changing seasons, that's when the masks come off and everything will be exposed. And it's going to be through your dream life. So people are coming to change clothes with you. But are you vigilant enough? Are you aware? Are you accompanying? Are you in a place of proximity where you're seeing this stuff for what it is? I hear unfinished business. Somebody's coming to finish you off. Y'all remember my series, I rather not, I rather not, I rather not. They coming to finish you off. So people are coming to finish you off, and it's going to be an unfinished business. But the Lord is going to give you a strategy so bad they ain't even going. Even if they try to finish you off, it won't happen because of the strategic move that you are making. But somebody somewhere is coming to change clothes with you. All right. Okay. Now, this dream kind of ties in with the post that I put up probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, where I talked about God had me to switch for 7 days. God had me hire my car for 7 days. I don't have the paper with me, but I'm gonna do a repost if I can find it. But he had me to switch for 7 days. He had me to hire my car for 7 days, and a person was watching me. And after I broke pattern, that's when they began to come out and say, well, I haven't been seeing your car here, there, everywhere. And all of that. I just was wondering what you was up to. In this dream, God had me to switch cars. I pulled up in a white, it was like, I don't know what kind of car it was. It was an up-to-date car, but it was all white. So when I came up, everybody was shocked because they didn't know that it was me. So as I began to walk out, get out the car, everybody's eyes was big because they weren't expecting it to be me. So as I'm talking, it was two individuals. The first person, I said, I thought you had to work. They couldn't say nothing. They lied to me about them working at a certain job. And then I had one that lied to me about going to school. I said, well, I thought you was here. I thought you was there. Then I said, I thought you was in school. Nobody can say anything. So they tried to switch the conversation and put it on me and say, well, you told me you were doing this, you were doing it. I said, well, I got proof, and pulled the proof out of my purse. because I'm not a person that tell people everything. But if I got to show you something to let you know that I don't have to lie to you about anything that I'm going to do. So because they got caught, they tried to switch it on me and turn it on me. They was expecting me to pull up in another car. I'm telling you, I'm real spontaneous. I'm full of surprises. You don't know how I'm coming. You don't know when I'm coming. When you see me, your eyes gonna be big because you didn't expect me to pull up. You didn't expect me to be in that place. You didn't expect me to be wherever it was that you were after you lied. So they was mad at me, and they started chattering about me and all that. I started laughing and the dream switched. So they was mad because I pulled up on them in a different vehicle. Sometimes you got to switch vehicles on people. I do that a lot. People think that I'm coming in my vehicle and I'm in somebody else's vehicle. And so when you do those things, it keeps people on their toes because they looking for their specific car, whatever color your car is. Oh, I know this person car. And when people get personalized tags and stuff, it's to each his own. I don't see how people do that. They put their name on their cars and all. I ain't never doing that because I don't need you to know when I'm pulling up, when I'm coming, none of that. But that's what people do. They have their names on their tags. They have their children names on their tags. They have all these crazy slogans on their tags. And those I did give away. Oh, that's so-and-so. How you know that's so-and-so? Because they name on their tag. Oh, that's his car. How you know that's his car? Because he got probably his children on it. Because, personalized tags and all that stuff. Pictures of their children, all types of stuff crazy. But in order for you to know when a person is watching you, particularly in a bag, they're watching you through a bag, you got to start switching it up. Because you got in your mind, well, I know somebody following me, or I know somebody is after me, but I just ain't got no evidence. All right, we're moving along. So we talked about that. We talked about that. All right, let's talk about the bag itself. So I saw this lady that I know extremely well. She was walking down the street with a bag and a camera in it. And as she was pacing, she'll go from one end of the road and then come to the other end. But she made sure that that bag was in proximity of what she wanted to look at. So everybody is thinking, oh, this woman is crazy. She going in circles. And I said, that's not what I'm picking up. I said, y'all need to wake up. Wake up. That's not what she doing. I said, she watching us. Here come me about, oh, you crazy, bruh. That woman ain't studying us. That's what people do when you are ahead of the game and you see stuff before it naturally plays out. They call you crazy. I said that lady is watching us. Look at the pattern of what she's doing. Why in the world would she be just walking backwards and forth? I mean, doing full circles. You don't see the angle. I'm telling you, I pay attention to everything. Body language is very, very important. You don't see the language of how she's moving, how she's shifting, where she's going, what she's doing. Y'all sitting up here calling me crazy, but this lady is watching us through a bag. Everybody like, what? I said, you heard what I said. She's watching us through a bag. Lo and behold, that lady took that camera out that bag and said, now I done got everything that I need. Let me press save. And she disappeared. And so I'm telling you all, Stuff is insane. Everybody calling me crazy, talking about me. And she pulled that camera out that bag after she got enough footage. The dream switched, and um, I was on the phone with, I'm not sure if it was a family member or it was somebody, but the stuff was so crazy. I said, "What y'all doing over there?" And God gave me an open vision while I was on the phone. And I said, "God, show me y'all cooking some chicken dressing and y'all cooking a lot of soul food." They were like, "Bruh, you need to go on, man." I tell you, I ain't nothing to be played with, y'all. So the Lord was showing me what they were cooking. I said, "I'll be over there." And he like, "We sure cooking some chicken dressing. You can't make this stuff up." But they was cooking chicken dressing. They was cooking like a lot of soul food, holiday food, and all that. So I'm thinking that maybe this was a holiday. Had to been Thanksgiving, had to been Christmas, maybe New Year's. I don't know. But when I got there, they lied about the food. Now God showed me that they cooked way before. I'll tell y'all, God is bad. Way before I got over there, and the person confirmed that they cooked. But when I got there, they lied like they didn't cook. So I said, "What the chicken dressing and stuff is? Who told you we cooked?" I said, "The Lord." The person rolled their eyes. So they lied about the folks who hid their food for me. I'm telling you how people are grabbing y'all. But when they hid the food, I saw where they hid the food in. But I didn't say nothing. They didn't want to share the food. Okay, cool, whatever. Like I said, it was maybe a gathering for Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever the case may be. But people are going to be lying to you about certain things that they're doing because they don't want you to be in the mix. They don't want you to be a part of nothing that they're doing. We're moving along. I think I got two more. This video is going to be a little longer. Somebody is coming to see if you're going to get up off some money. So I can see this person's face, and as the person, I heard the person's voice, couldn't really recognize their voice, but they was telling me something concerning, it was like a doctor visit or something. They were saying, "Well, I got to go to the doctor. I got to go here. I got to go there. And I want to know, can you help pay the doctor bill and all that?" But I couldn't see the person's face. And I was like, "Huh?" And they kept on talking. They kept on talking about, um, they kept on talking about the the um the doctor bill or whatever. So they was like, "I really, really need to get to the doctor and all that, and I got to make sure that this is taken care of." So instead of saying, "Okay, go to the doctor." So once they got to the doctor or whatever, they called me again. And this is where the dream switched. And During that, hold on, make sure I'm reading the right thing. Okay. During that time, when the dream switched, it was like the person was getting ready to make a payment. So as the person was getting ready to make the payment, I saw nails and I said, oh, this is a woman. But her face was still blurry. So she paid the co-payment. She paid the doctor visit was like, her receipt said $270. So maybe it was some lab work or something. I don't know. But she called me and she was like, well, I took care of the doctor bill. Everything worked out fine. She had the money the whole entire time. But people want to use your money because they're messing up with their money. They're doing stuff that they ain't got no business with their money. Or they're holding on to their money. Or they are being stingy with their money. And they want you to spend their money. So people are watching you through the bag. Literally. They watching you secure the bag. They watching you be a go-getter. They watch you run it up. So they count your pockets. Well, at least they're trying to. So they're saying, oh, well, you know, this person got a really, really good job. They done leveled up. Let me see, can I get something out of them with a sob story, or even if I got to lie to get it. So people are doing those things as well, wrapping these dreams up. Hear me clearly, hear me wisely, and hear me as a prophet of God. Yeah, I know I've been talking about babies. I have a lot of sex trafficking dreams during the summer. A lot of them. A lot. And this part of the dream really had me in my feelings. It was two little boys. And one of the boys, I'm going to give it to you just like God gave it to me. It was two little boys. And one of the boys had on it was a polo shirt, but it was a yellow and blue polo shirt. I don't even know if they still sell polo or not. But it was a long, it was a long shirt. So I'm like, this shirt don't even fit this baby. So being me, the mother then kicked in. Somehow I found a shirt that could fit him. So when I took the shirt off the baby, I threw the shirt on the ground and it went into some water. And I put the shirt on the baby. And the baby hugged me. Now this baby looked like, the little boys looked like they was about 2 or 3. I'm not sure if they was twins or whatever, but I'm sure they was the same age. And when I threw the shirt on the ground in the water, I heard a speaker, and the person said, somebody took the shirt off. Somebody took the shirt off. Somebody took the shirt off. They kept on saying it. It was like robotic. And I'm looking around, and what? Lo and behold, I picked the shirt up. It had wires in it. So, beautiful people, please pray for your children. Protect your babies at all costs. Understand where you are, what you are doing, how you are doing it. Trafficking is going to get heavy. I saved that baby life. Now, about the other boy, I don't know. I saw the little boy standing beside the boy, but my attention was on the boy that had on the polo shirt. And so trafficking is going to get very, very unique. Very. You think, oh, this baby just got on this big old shirt for no apparent reason. Whew. It's going to be a lot of missing children. Going to be a lot of deaths. Y'all seeing this stuff already. It's going to be a lot of trafficking. Like, the sacrificing of blood with children is going to get worse. I know you don't want to hear that, but I'm here delivering out of obedience. So these was 2 little boys. And I saved one of those boys' life. So you really, really want to be careful. All right, I'm wrapping this word up. This is the last one. Now, as you know, God got me playing peekaboo on social media. I'm real big about playing peekaboo anyways. But he done had me to turn my private settings on. And some stuff I'm making public, some stuff I'm making private. The only thing that is public ongoing is YouTube. So these are 2 apostles that I know and a pastor. They're looking for me. My page is private. They're looking for me. They're searching for me. And they can't understand, well, where did this girl disappear to? She was wide open. She was live. Now she closed off. So this is what's going on in the dream, the 2 apostles. I was coming out of my door and I saw one of the apostles hiding on the side of my house. And then I saw the other one sitting in the car. So as I began to walk, the one in the car said, "Hey, prophetess, how you doing? We haven't been seeing you," and all that. Started sparking up a conversation, trying to get some stuff out of me. "We haven't been seeing you, this, that, and the other." And I didn't say anything. And I just walked on and did what I need to do. The other apostle had a fishing rod. And on the fishing rod, it was a camera. It was like one of those. It's a camera that you hide. It looked like a fish, like bait or whatever, but you can tell it's not fish bait because of how it looked. So the camera thing is swinging. So guess what that means? These people are really, really trying to find me. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Y'all think people don't be watching, y'all. They be watching. The pastor, the dream switched. And the pastor tried to get me to come to a service. The Lord told me not to go to the service. And so the pastor saw me somewhere, excuse me, and said, "Well, I want to invite you to the service. It's always good to have you in our midst. This, that, and the other." You know how pastors talk. I said, "No, God don't want me in the service." So I ain't going to just say I'm going to pray about it, because I ain't that type of person. If a pastor come up to me, a prophet, whatever, I'm not going to say, "No, I'm pray about it." Now, some stuff he will say pray about. But off the rip, I'll be like, "No, I'm not coming," because I done picked up something as they're talking. So they was inviting me to church and all that. And I was like, "No, I'm not coming." So after I said I wasn't coming, I can't make this stuff up. When the pastor turned around, it had watch me on the back of the jacket. So I'm going to stick a pin right there. I think God gonna give me some more revelation with that. But grace and peace to you all. People are watching you through the bag. Pay attention to your surroundings. Be vigilant and stay safe out there. Y'all be blessed.